If you take a listen to Ado's cover of Darling Dance by Kairi Bea, there's this really weird vocal harmony that she chose to sing in the final parts of the song. Pay attention to the backing vocals. Her vocal harmony is singing a quote-unquote wrong note. This part of the song is in the key of A minor, and when the main vocal sang the first and third degree, the A and C, a harmony built on thirds would normally have the third and fifth, C and E. But in the final parts of the song, she sings the flattened third of C, E flat, the tritone in A minor, which brings dissonance that fits perfectly, giving this harmony a raw, dark, and unstable feeling. Now you might think, oh, she's probably just following the original song since this is a cover after all. But if you hear the original Vocaloid song in the exact same part, you'll get this. Kairi Bea tuned the Vocaloid to harmonies that are in key, and with a different harmony in fact, which means this harmony was probably her idea. Even if you listen to other covers, just like the original, that harmony is nowhere to be found. In fact, there are other notes that she chose to embellish herself, like this F-sharp note that is actually an F natural in the original. Even more proof this is done deliberately is that she doesn't sing this harmony in earlier parts of the song. Only after the song modulates up a half step to A minor, she then uses this harmony. So why did Ado choose this note? Well, there are a few hypotheses that we can consider, and the first one being it's a blue note, which are notes that are deliberately played wrong by the artist as an expression. After all, this specific interval, the tritone to the minor tonic, is a very commonly played blue note in general. Maybe Ado got musical influence from a particular style of music, or maybe Ado got influenced by Adele's quote-unquote wrong natural sixth note in her vocal harmony in Rolling in the Deep. Another hypothesis, which I'm leaning more towards, is that this is playing minor over major. This clip is a great example of John Mayer playing a minor melody over the major context of the song. An example of this in J-pop would be in Zutomayo's Hunch Gray bass solo. But Darling Dance has a minor tonal center, so how would that work? Well, if we're accounting for relative keys, then it's very much possible to borrow the parallel minor's note to our song's relative major. I know that's stretching it a bit, but there's this part of me that thinks she knows what she's doing. In fact, in the very final part of the song, you can actually hear that she reverts back to a natural third harmony, but then uses that note again. The reason why I'm leaning more into this hypothesis is because, well, let's be real, she could very well be considered a genius in vocals. The cover itself shows her ingenuity with vocals, with different styles of singing throughout the song, and she most likely has quite a lot of experience in vocal harmonies. As for the final hypothesis, it was probably just an accident and she kept it because it sounds very fitting with the song she's singing, which is anticlimactic, but there's definitely a non-zero chance that it happened and she liked it so she kept it. But honestly, I don't really believe this one because of all the embellishments that she added in her cover. Like, what are the chances that they're all accidents? So final thoughts, if she did it deliberately, then I'd say that it was probably just playing minor over major, but it could also be completely by accident, because to be frank, I could not come up with a better explanation than those 3 points I mentioned earlier. Either way, the harmony she chose really complements the song's atmosphere, which is probably why she decided to use it in the first place and keep it, because at the end of the day, there are no rules in music. I hope you could learn something from this video, and if not, I hope it was entertaining enough. Either way, thank you for watching.